Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope your week's off to a great start. I just have one lonely little candle review to share today, and it is obviously a Bath & Body Works scent. We are going to be talking about Weekend in Rome, which is also known as Prosecco and Peaches. That is what is on the label on the bottom. However, they are calling this repackage here. I'm assuming this is a repackage. Weekend in Rome. I picked this up at the recent $12.95 candle sale that they had not long ago. I also had a 25% off coupon. So when I can get a Bath & Body Works candle for like $9 and some change, I feel like that is when I am most eager to bite. Although I do have to give it to Bath & Body Works here. We'll get into this review here in a second. I do have to give it to them because I feel like a lot of the candles that I have burned from like my two most recent Bath & Body Works candle hauls, I feel like those have burned much better than anything that I have bought previously prior to those last couple of hauls. So my hope and my fingers are crossed that maybe Bath & Body Works got the hint about the just overall like burn performance of the candles. I've always said this about Bath & Body Works. I don't have any like beef with their fragrances. I think they make amazing scents, and that is what continues to draw me in constantly, especially in the fall and winter. I love Bath & Body Works in the fall and winter. My problem with them has been just the poor burn performance in the last couple years in terms of the puny wick syndrome, in terms of a lot of sooting, a lot of discoloration of the wax from, you know, the carbon residue dropping back into the wax from the wicks, that discoloring the wax, and then that changing the fragrance. And it always seems to happen right around the halfway point. And so for me, like, even if I'm only paying $9, oops, sorry about that, guys. Alpha's sitting by the camera here. Even if I'm only paying $9 and some change during a sale and with a good coupon, you know, I still want to be able to enjoy more than half the candle. And I also like burning my candles. I mean, I don't mind putting them in a candle crock. I don't view that as wasteful, but I have just found that I've been doing that to a lot of my Bath & Body Works candles in recent years. And if I'm lighting a candle, I really do prefer to just burn it. You know, I would rather do that than have to stick it in a crock. But I mean, you know, worst case scenario, I've certainly gotten a lot of home fragrance still out of the candles that have gone into the crock. It's just, I don't know. I'd rather burn is the moral of the story. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review of this candle. I normally don't pick on this kind of stuff, but I'm not super impressed with the labels in this particular collection. First of all, this was the only scent that really appealed to me out of all of the scents that they had in this particular release. It looks to just be like a line drawing of what I'm assuming is just a random street in Rome. Nothing about this screams like Rome or Italy to me in any kind of way, and I would have loved to seen, I don't know, something else. I'm not saying they had to like put the Colosseum on the label or anything like that, but I just feel like I think they could have done something nicer for the labels for this collection. I'm not going to pick it apart too much because the labels are actually quite small, and it's easy enough for me to flip the candle around and just enjoy the lovely like blushy pink color, because I do think the color appeals to me a lot. Obviously, I have a thing for pink. You can see it in the flowers on the table there. So yeah. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the scent. I'm going to tell you guys what I smell and what this kind of reminds me of, and then we'll talk strength and throw, and then we'll be done. By the way, I do believe that this is still available on the website. If it's not on the website, it might still be in store. So definitely, if you're interested, check out your local store. I'm sure it'll still be there. All right, bubbly champagne, juicy peach, and hint of vanilla are in the fragrance notes. Pretty simple. Do I smell any type of effervescence from the bubbly champagne? No, I don't. Do I smell juicy peach? Yes, I do, actually. What about a hint of vanilla? Maybe I could see some vanilla being present here, but you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me it's very, very similar to my nose of the old school Market Peach from back in, like, when was that? Like 2012, 2013. When did Market Peach come out? I remember having a ton of Market Peach in the, do you guys remember when they had the little mason jars with like the cute little screw-on lids? I had a ton of the Market Peach in that particular format. Yeah, it must have been 2000. It could have been a slightly later because I remember taking some of that Market Peach to Germany with me in the little mason jars, and I gave them to my aunt. She loved them. She was like, oh my gosh, do you guys have these kind of candles over there? She absolutely loved those candles. And I bet you actually $1 million that she never even ended up burning them because, you know, that's the kind of person that she is. If you give her a gift, she's like, I can never use it. It's too special. Anyway, I don't know when Market Peach came out, but this smells essentially like that. And Market Peach to me comes across as a, like the Haribo peach rings. I'm not talking about the like gas station peach rings. I think those are absolutely atrocious. Like Craig tries to always pass them off as like the really nice like Haribo peach candies. They're not the same. I think the super cheap and expensive ones, they taste like garbage to me, but give me some Haribo peach rings, that really intense, candied, like juicy, sugared peach scent. Like that is what I get from this, with the tiniest touch of like a creamy vanilla note, but I don't get any effervescence. It is just mostly a peach scent and I love it. And honestly, you guys, I see myself picking up more of this, whether it's in this Weekend in Rome format or whether they come out with Prosecco and peaches again. I don't care really honestly what the packaging is. I just really enjoy this scent. This is one of those like smells from Bath & Body Works that transports me back to more of like the glory days of Bath & Body Works, when I loved going in store and I loved getting my 10 off of 30 coupon. And I remember going and taking the little, you know, online quiz about my experience in store and getting my code to write on my receipt, and then going back the very next weekend during a candle sale and picking up more candles with that coupon. So yeah, like this kind of takes me back to those days. I really miss those days. I wish that they were still doing those survey coupons. I thought those were like freaking genius. It definitely got me coming back into the store quite frequently. In fact, that's probably how I ended up with a Bath & Body Works candle collection that took me friggin' years to get through. But I'm really proud of how far I have whittled that bag. I am definitely not buying Bath & Body Works the way that I used to. In fact, I'm not buying any candle from any company the way that I used to. I kind of feel like my hoarding days have slowed down significantly, at least when it comes to candles. So also, burn performance on this is pretty darn great. I will say I left this lit for about, I think it was like 5 or 6 hours late last week. And I did get some scorch marks on the sides. I am going to give you guys an overhead view just to kind of show you what happened. I do not burn my Bath & Body Works candles. In fact, I don't even burn my Homeworx candles more than 3 hours at a time, because I find when I get past 3 hours, that's when I start dealing with a lot of issues. So either the puny wick syndrome, you know, the sooting, the wax getting dirty or gross. So as long as I don't go over that, it's fine. But this one, I left her lit for a lot longer, and sure enough, when I went to go blow it out, I was like, oh, whoops. Honestly, I think I was just really enjoying the scent and kind of got lost in it and just wasn't paying attention to the time. I am curious about how long you guys burn your Bath & Body Works candles. Do you stick to a strict time limit? I've had a few people tell me that they can burn their Bath & Body Works candles for like 7 or 8 hours at a time and not have any issues. And like, I just wouldn't even, I don't know that I would even want to test that, because I think after 5 hours, I got these scorch marks. So I don't know. That just seems like a long time. I try to follow the recommendations of the burn times. Usually they're listed on the bottom of the candle, but I'm curious what you guys do. Do you follow candle burning instructions, or do you just do your own thing and just say to heck with it and risk it? I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a look at the top here so that you guys can see the scorch marks that I am mentioning. So you can see right there on this side, and the one on this side is just a little bit worse there. You can see that. I think I just had it lit way too long, so don't recommend that. Also, I just lit this right before starting to film this review, so sorry that it hasn't completely pulled out. But I think it's burning pretty darn good, to be totally honest. I'm not disappointed at all. The strength of this is about a 7 out of 10, and I think the throw is probably right around the same. I can certainly smell this through quite a bit of the downstairs of the house. That's kind of my gauge in terms of how I rate the candles in strength and throw, is like, can I smell it throughout the downstairs? If I can, then that usually puts it somewhere around a 7, an 8, or a 9, depending on just how far it travels throughout the downstairs. We do have a open concept style home, and it does have larger ceilings. So the performance of this might actually be a little bit stronger in your home if you live in maybe a more traditional home that has, you know, closed off rooms and spaces, or if you maybe live in an apartment or something. I think you're going to get quite a bit out of this one in terms of strength and throw. So she seems to be a well burning candle for the most part, minus the scorching. But again, I think that's my bad. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I want more. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I will go ahead and link this in the description box down below if you want to read up a little bit more about it, check out other people's reviews. I feel like the reviews that I've seen are quite good, so this seems to be a universally liked fragrance. And if you are into peach scents at all, specifically that yummy candied like Haribo peach scent, here you go. Like, this is it. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for taking the time to tune in today. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Let me know any, sorry, brain fart. Let me know if you have any questions. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.